Yeah, baby. It sounded probably really sensual in the mic because I like, yeah, baby, and then moaned. So, guys, it is currently 7 a.m. I went to bed at like 2 a.m. Um, Not the best idea, right? Not the best thing to do, right? I moved dorms, as you guys can see. Currently in the retirement home of Bluffton University with upperclassmen. They moved me as an RA over here. Fun fact.
Because you're graduating in a year.
I am old.
Me too.
We are both graduating in 3 semesters. How does it make you feel?
Kind of excited.
Kind of excited.
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is like we have one more summer break, we have one more fall break, and we have one more winter break as college students.
Yep.
That's the way I look at it. Like in terms of like, because you always wait for the next break, right? So
That's how I interpreted it.
I can't believe we have one last summer as college kids.
Yeah, it goes by quick. That's what happens when you get old.
Like I'm 21, which is crazy to think about.
Yeah.
And my mom was on her first marriage and her second kid at this age. And I play indoor football with 30-year-olds.
Same thing.
That's basic. Yeah, they're all my kids. Yeah. I look after my 30-year-old men.
Yeah.
Take care of them. All right. Ready to get started?
Yeah.
Welcome back to the Bench to Mike podcast. I'm your host, Cale Folds, also known as CF3.
I'm also your host, Chris Cortez, also known as Chris Cortez. And we just look like we just got out of bed because we did.
We did. 7 a.m.
Yep. I woke up at 6:20, put my clothes on, I guess really just put my hoodie on, throw on my Hey Dudes and my pants, and drove over.
I woke up at 6:40 to Chris saying, on my way. And I jumped in the shower and then threw my podcast box on my bed. And here we are, ready to rock and roll. 7 a.m., baby.
Yeah. He was up till 2. I was up till 1:30. I don't know what he was doing till 2. I was finishing my last final exam. We are both done.
Thank everybody that got us here, man. Thank everybody that got us to finish this exams. Thank you so much.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, for those of you that aren't in college or not in college yet, when you finish your finals, it doesn't even feel like a weight's just lifted off your shoulders. You just feel dead.
Yeah,
You just feel like you want to get in bed and not get out because you have no idea how much energy you've spent taking tests all for an entire week until your last one's done. Then you just feel dead.
because you just crammed a full semester of knowledge into one day, every day, on those tests, and to put it onto a paper. And then like your wrist hurts because you wrote every exam was written for some reason. You typed all semester.
Mm-hmm. Then you forget everything once you're done.
Yeah. Man, school is so hard.
Yeah, it can be pretty hard.
College is tough. I don't like it. I don't want to do it anymore. Yeah. Now that I'm no longer a student athlete, what's even the point of going to school? You know.
Yeah. What's the point, right?
If you can't play college sports anymore, then like, what's even the point of being here?
I don't even know why I'm in school. I didn't even play college sports.
I thought my major was field goal holder.
I thought my major was just taking 4 years off of working.
Yep. Yeah.
Putting off having to get a full-time career job for 4 more years.
No, for real. All right, so today, Chris, kind of tell us what we're getting into and what we did last year.
Yeah, it's officially time. It's the best time of year if you're a college football fan. It is our annual yearly Capital One Bowl Mania.
Capital One Bowl
Mania. Every single bowl game. So we're just going to be going through it. Basically, we're going to go through it. We're going to take a minute or two discussing each game, depending on our knowledge of each of the teams. Then we're going to say, well, this year they actually have the amount of users have picks. Like, for example, for this first game, Jackson State and South Carolina State, 86% picks Jackson State, and 14% picked South Carolina State. So we're kind of go through that as well. What who's picked, who's favored. It's going to be a pretty chill video. If you are unfamiliar, you can check out the last one. That was a pretty fun video. I think that we filmed that one in your man hut. I think that was our first ever actually long episode.
It was really long. It took us forever.
Yeah.
Um, but you said that the bowl games are the best time of the year for college football fans, bro.
I'd say so.
And I agree because bowl games are sweet, but it's so depressing because there's just no one that started. It's a bunch of backups playing.
Yeah, that's another thing. But the one saving grace that I forgot to mention, in this, we're also going to be covering the college football playoff games. And there's 12 teams this time, so there's more. And the first round, which in my opinion is the best round because they're all on campus sites. And I think up until the Final Four, I think they should all be held on campus sites. But we can hold that discussion for later. But yeah, we're also going to be covering the college football playoff because that is also included in this. So you'll get some action in that as well. So,
sweet. Let's get started.
Without further ado, starting off, this bowl's tomorrow. Saturday, December 14th at 12 p.m. Ooh. That's crazy. No, the Army-Navy game is happening at 3 tomorrow, the 14th. That's crazy.
I should react to that. I didn't even
know that.
I should react to that.
Yeah, I didn't even know that there's a bowl game that's happening before the Army-Navy game. That's crazy.
That's like a sin.
Yeah.
That's sinful.
That is. Anyways, the Cricket Celebration Bowl, a.k.a. the HBCU National Championship, we have, once again, Jackson State. So congratulations is back in order. For 2 years, Coach Prime handed the keys off. I don't know his name, but he has brought the Tigers back to contending for a national championship. And they'll be taking on the South Carolina State Bulldogs. Jackson State coming into this game 11-2. South Carolina State coming in 9-2. 86% picked Jackson State. 14% picked South Carolina State. And personally, I'm going to ride the wave. I'm going to go with Jackson State. Give me Jackson State 35-31 because these cricket bowls, because I know Florida A&M was 10-1 or 11-1, and they played Howard, who was 6-5 last year in the Celebration Bowl, and that was a heck of a game. So this game's going to be close no matter what. But give me Jackson State because everyone, I guess all the good players still want to go there. Apparently, they're 11-2.
The facilities are phenomenal for being an HBCU.
It's gorgeous.
Dion did some crazy stuff. When you bet on Dion, right? You bet on Dion's former team, former coach, and first collegiate kind of coaching career. So give me Jackson State.
Yeah. And oh wow, this one's also on the 14th. Man, what are we doing? Having all these games conflict with the Army-Navy game. This just feels wrong. But anyways, the IS4S Salute to Veterans Bowl is at 9 p.m. on the 14th, and it's going to be South Alabama taking on Western Michigan. And shout out to South Alabama. That is America's team because USA, right? University of South Alabama, USA. Can we get
a USA chant in the comments?
You know what? We should show up to a South Alabama game at some point in our careers, just decked out in
red, white, and blue.
And,
USA,
yeah, USA. Yeah.
I think if we get a certain guy I went to high school with too to go with us, I think that'd be really fun.
That'd be sweet.
Yes.
That would be sweet.
Yes.
But 76% picked South Alabama, 24% picked Western Michigan. I'm gonna ride the wave again here. I'm gonna do a chalk pick because one, the Sun Belt is one of the best conferences in the Group of Five. They're always competing with Power Five and even upsetting them. We'll get to another team here in a little bit, but another thing too, another caveat: South Alabama scored 87 points in a game this year. I think it was week 4, week 5. They beat a team 87-3 or 87-7.
That's a murder. It's a murder.
I don't know who's sitting out, but Western Michigan, they're a super fraudulent team this year. We already covered that when we discussed their super inflated rating in NCAA 25. Yeah, they're kind of booty cheeks. So give me South Alabama winning this one, and I think they win this one 42-7, 56-7. What
was the record? Western Michigan's record?
They're both 6-6.
Why was Western Michigan so overhyped?
I don't know, and it's crazy because they lost to Central Michigan 16-13. Who Central Michigan was down to their 4th string quarterback. They barely beat Eastern Michigan by 8. And the only reason they started off 4-0 or 3-0 in the MAC was because they played the bottom feeders like Ball State, Akron, Kent State. I don't know.
Gosh dang EA.
Yeah, they got fraud checked hard, but yeah, I'm gonna ride the wave. USA by like 80. I don't know. It's gonna be a blowout.
I think USA just has the resume. Give me them.
Yeah, I'm not staying up to watch that game personally. Tuesday the 17th at 9 p.m. Wow, these are really late games. I wonder if they're probably out West Coast. Oh, this one is. It's in the name. Scooters Coffee Frisco Bowl. We got number 25 Memphis taking on West Virginia. 88% picked Memphis, who's 10-2. West Virginia is 6-6, whereas the country 12% picked them. West Virginia, they're kind of in a massive turnover right now. Just got rid of their head coach. They've rehired Rich Rod, Rich Rod is the guy that brought in Pat White back in the early 2000s.
Sweet.
Who they had a great team back then.
Yeah.
Because I remember who covered KTO covered it, the 13-9 game where they played like 4-8, 4-9 Pitt, and they lost. And they were the number 2 team in the country who's never been to a national championship before. And it was the last game of the season. But so who knows? Maybe Rich Rod brings them back, but it's not going to be this game. Get Memphis 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. They upset a top 25 ranked Tulane at Tulane. So, and I don't think anybody of note is in the transfer portal for Memphis as of right now. So I think Tigers win this probably like 35-14, 35-10. It'll be another blowout.
Well,
I'm not staying up.
I will say, how many times have you seen when programs bring back an old like think about the Jaguars brought in Urban Meyer, like any program that brings back a one successful coach, it never works out.
No, not really.
I think historically it's never worked out. So I'm excited to see what kind of happens with West Virginia. But yeah, give me Memphis.
Yeah, what West Virginia fans, let us know in the comments how do you feel about Rich Rod coming back, and let us know, is he coaching this game? Is he coaching? Because he got hired like a couple days ago.
That'd be kind of crazy.
So,
a whole new system just for a bowl game.
I was gonna say I don't think that would work. I don't think they would do that at all. Anyways, that's the only Tuesday. Wednesday, the 18th at 5:30 p.m. we got the Boca Raton Bowl.
The Boca Raton Bowl.
I don't know if I'm saying that right. I've heard both Boca and Baca. So
Boca.
We got Western Kentucky 8-5 taking on James Madison at 8-4. That is a tough draw. 82. Clearly, the country agrees. 82% is riding with the Dukes. 18% with the Hilltoppers. I love Red Grimace. I think they have the best mascot in all of college football.
But they're a stinky football team.
It's not really that they're a stinky football team. It's that they're in a stinky conference because they did play in their conference championship, albeit they lost 52-14. They got massacred, and we are going to be covering that team in a little bit. And what, in my opinion, might be one of the best bowl games on the schedule. But anyways, we'll get to that in a minute. JMU, they were another Sun Belt team who is really good. They beat North Carolina. I guess their big win was North Carolina. They beat them 70-50. They dropped a 70 burger.
I didn't know James Madison would be that good since their coach left and all those players went to Indiana.
Nobody did. Nobody thought they'd be good. I guess
Dogs.
I guess it's a next man up system because it's a first year head coach who isn't within the program. They hired him from Holy Cross.
Holy crap!
Yeah, he hired. But they got him from Holy Cross, and I don't remember his name, but he is definitely got this program on the uprising because everybody's young. I think everybody's pretty much coming back for the most part. Great quarterback battle between Alonzo Barnett and Dylan Morris, back up from Washington. I got to ride the hot team here. Give me James Madison like 30-15. I think this is going to be another blowout because Kentucky, they're frauds. They should be 7-6 in my opinion. They played Toledo week 3 or week 4. They beat them, but it was because there was they were down, I think 17-0, and there was a 2 hour storm delay. It just killed all momentum for Toledo. And we know when we saw Toledo's a fraudulent team too.
Very fraudulent.
Yeah.
Very disappointed with that game. Yeah, but
give me the Dukes in a massacre.
I'm sorry. I want to see Red Grimace win so bad. I want to see
Me too.
Red Grimace win so bad. So truthfully, I'll be rooting for them, but the Dukes are going to kill them.
Yeah, can't pick against them. Here's a better bowl. The Art of Sport LA Bowl. We have a group of 5 versus Power 4 matchup. We got California taking on the number 24 ranked UNLV Rebels, who was 10-3. California
Ooh.
6-6. 85% is riding the group of 5 UNLV.
You watching
How do you
UNLV?
feel about that?
Well, watching UNLV play against Boise State, I mean, they look like a good team, but Boise State just massacred them. Like they were just being dominant in all aspects. But UNLV has a solid team, and that quarterback, that 6-year senior quarterback, he's passionate, man. Well, he'll probably be playing in this, I imagine.
Yeah, he'll be playing.
I mean, I think UNLV, deserves that credit. Deserves some credit. Yeah.
Yeah, I think this game has the potential to be closer, and I think it will be. But I'm gonna ride the chalk here. So give me UNLV winning
What's the
this one.
percentages again? I'm sorry.
85% picked UNLV, and then 15% picked Cal.
Truthfully, I didn't see Cal play at all this year. I didn't see any highlights or anything. So I don't know anything about Cal.
The only game of note that I know that they played in, they lost to Florida State, and that was Florida State's one and only win in the ACC. And Florida State, went
Horrendous.
2-10.
Horrendous.
Yeah, that is just a catastrophic loss, and that's just, to me, that's unforgivable. And Cal is the type of team that would lose that kind of game, and this is a Cal team that would lose this kind of game. And I don't know what it is with Cal. They're just a program that loses games like this, and then they win games and then they're in games that they shouldn't be. I don't know. That's why I think they're gonna lose, but it's gonna be like a 24-20 game. So give me the Rebels. They played very well against Boise State, who I think is not given enough credit in the playoffs, but we'll get to that in a minute. All right, the Arnell Carriers New Orleans Bowl on the 19th. We got Georgia State taking on Sam Houston. This one, it is a split match here. 51% for Georgia Southern,
Ooh.
49% for Sam Houston.
Georgia Southern or Georgia State?
Georgia Southern.
Okay, got you.
So not the fun one, but the better one.
The better one.
The better one. This is the triple option Georgia Southern. Might I add?
Ooh.
And Sam Houston, great story, by the way. This is their second season in FBS play. Last year they went 3-9, flipped it around 9-3, but their head coach just got signed by a different program. I can't remember who, but he's not coach. I don't know if he's coaching this bowl game.
Yeah, I do like Sam Houston's unis.
Me too. I go to an orange school. He's been to this orange school a lot. I like orange teams. I think orange, it's growing on me.
Purple's better, but orange, yeah, definitely.
It depends who's got purple, but
yeah. Man, I might just pick Georgia Southern just because of the triple option.
Me too.
I love triple option.
Yeah, and they are once again another tough Sun Belt team. Sam Houston probably plays in the worst conference in all of college football. I know we dog on the MAC a lot, but the Conference USA has all of the new FCS teams, and they're all just booty cheeks.
Fat booty cheeks.
Yeah, that 9-3 is severely inflated. Give me Georgia Southern, and a couple notable wins. They beat they beat James Madison, and they dominated James Madison in that game.
Really?
Down in I believe.
I might tune into that game then. I might have to tune into that game.
It's at 7 Thursday. All right, here, in my opinion, this could be one of the best bowl games on the entire slate. This is a championship versus championship team, conference champion versus conference champion game. We have the Staff DNA Cure Bowl. We have Ohio taking on Jacksonville State. Bobcats taking on the Gamecocks. Bobcats, great story, but it ended tragically because their head coach got signed by UNC Charlotte. Like, literally, they won the MAC championship. Then 3 hours later, their coach said, "All right, sorry, I'm leaving." Yeah, and I don't know if anybody's in the transfer portal or not. I'm assuming there's probably got to be at least a few guys, right?
Yeah, it's how D1. That's how all college football is now. As soon as the season's over, there's somebody in the portal.
It's insane. It's so insane.
I can't believe the coach. Like, I bet you after that win too with Ohio, they were probably like, he was like, "Enjoy this win. Enjoy this win." Because I know I am, guys. I'm not coming back. That's exactly how it went. I promise you. That's how the post game huddle went.
It had to have been. I don't know. How do you leave your team 3 hours after winning a championship? A part of me thinks the players had to have knew, right? Like before the championship game, they had to have known because you don't just leave your team 3 hours after. Like they weren't even home yet because Athens is way longer than 3 hours away from Detroit. There's no way that they knew that they didn't know before the game.
Maybe they like did a whole like we're playing for coach, guys.
Had to have.
Or maybe it was like I'm letting you guys know like before we head back like he's still sitting on the bus and they're tweeting it out. It's all social medias though. They're snapping that.
It's crazy.
I really wonder now. I'm wondering as a content creator, I'm wondering how soon was it posted? How soon was it announced among the team?
Got to do some digging in. I've seen a couple Reddit posts, but nobody's really dug that deep into it. But I'm really interested to see how that turns out. But Ohio, great team. Their favorite, 78% has picked them. They have an unstoppable rushing attack. 5th or 6th year senior Parker Navarro, we saw him, and all like Anthony Tyus and all those running backs they had. That rushing attack is lethal, and it's like top 10 in the country.
Even though their quarterback likes to keep doing spin moves for no reason.
But he had like 80 or 90 rushing yards against Toledo. It was crazy. Jacksonville State's going to be running into a battering ram. And the way they ran through every single team they played in the MAC, the only team they lost to was Miami at the start of MAC play. Then they just dominated, like 38-3 in the MAC championship. It was crazy. Going off that, Jacksonville State. This was the team that beat Western Kentucky 52-14.
And my buddy Marco Baker plays there.
That's right.
Who do content with?
That's right. Yeah, you posted that video, didn't you?
Yeah, it's out. I think it almost had 1,000 views. I think.
Yeah, check that out.
Check it out, Marco Baker. Go check him out.
Great video. But this is another, in my opinion, fraudulent team from the Conference USA. And a little quick caveat: they lost to Central Michigan. Jacksonville State got beat by them. Or sorry, Eastern Michigan. But still, they're not in a bowl game. They didn't go bowl eligible. They didn't get 6 wins. That is a bad loss.
Ohio's gonna have a heyday, I think.
I think even though there's probably guys in the transfer portal that we have no idea in whether or not Jim Alpin, head coach, is even going to coach, I think Ohio is just going to run through Jacksonville State. And I don't think it's going to be close.
I gotta go Jacksonville State just because of my buddy. I can't pick it on the video and not pick his team. So I'm gonna go with Jacksonville here. Even though we both know what the Ohio's running back is gonna do to them. So
yeah, should be a fun one though. I love champion versus champion bowl games. All right, the Union Home Mortgage Gasparilla Bowl. We got this is Friday the 20th at 3:30 p.m. We have Tulane taking on Florida. This could be a great game.
Green Wave,
who was just ranked a couple weeks ago, but got knocked off by Memphis. And Florida, who is
they played Army in their conference championship, right?
Yeah.
How'd that go?
Oh, bad.
Army smothered them.
I think they won that game like 38-3.
I saw the kicker clip of like kicker not even kicking the ball for no reason.
Yeah, but Army's just on a different planet this year
for some reason. They got their quarterback from Mars.
Yeah, had to have. Florida has had a super up and down season. Like they will lose to the worst team ever, and they'll beat a college football playoff contender. Like it's nothing.
Sounds like Florida.
It only in Florida, right? Yeah. To me, 79% pick Florida. I'm gonna have to ride that too. I think this is a classic Florida domination game of a game that they shouldn't be dominating in.
I'm just gonna go Tulane because at Mount we had a play called Green Wave, the signal was a green wave. It was like a wave, and then the play was Tulane, and also my receiver coach here at Bluffton went Tulane, and we hear a lot about Tulane. I love the uniforms. I gotta go Tulane. I don't know anything about Florida. I know more about Tulane, so I'm gonna go Tulane here. Even though the kicker take that kid's scholarship away, get the Tulane kicker out of here. But
yeah, no kidding.
Other than that,
nice logo though. I love their logo.
Dude, it's really unique. Yeah. I like it. It's just a little tsunami coming in of green. Yeah, I like that.
Got a mean face on them.
Hell yeah.
Anyways, still Friday the 20th, 8 p.m. This is the first college football on campus playoff game in the history of the game.
Ooh.
And got a little bit of Friday Night Lights. Friday at 8 p.m.
Ooh.
Heck yeah.
Ooh.
We got, in my opinion, one of the, if not the best, I'd say this is probably the best matchup in the first round. We got an in-state matchup between Indiana
Ooh.
traveling to South Bend, take on Notre Dame. I think this is
Ooh.
going to be an awesome game. I can't wait. Nothing will get me away from my couch and television Friday the 20th at 8 p.m. I am not leaving for anything.
I think Indiana's gonna kill Notre Dame though. I think Indiana's pretty good.
I think Notre Dame's going to get fraud checked. So many people, and even 77% of the country is riding with Notre Dame.
What?
And my thing is like, they
No.
got beat by Northern Illinois, who finished like 6th in the MAC. And another thing too, they haven't played anybody. Who they beat? Who? Navy. Okay, it's a group of 5 team. Yeah, awesome.
Big stink.
Navy was ranked in that game, albeit, but still, that means nothing. Navy plays in American Athletic Conference and played a bunch of potatoes this year.
A bunch of potatoes.
It's same with Army. I love Army. I love the cadets, but they smoked Army at Yankee Stadium. But that doesn't count for me either because Army played yet again a bunch of potatoes. They did. But those are their 2 massive wins.
And Indiana was dominant except for the Ohio State loss and then
Michigan, but they beat Michigan.
Indiana beat Michigan?
Yes.
But Ohio State couldn't?
Yeah. What is this? We'll get into that in a minute. But no, and like I said, Notre Dame also beat Texas A&M on the road. I think that's the reason they got in was because they beat Texas A&M on the road. But outside of that, all they can do is run the ball and play defense. They can't pass. They cannot pass. Riley Leonard is not a passing quarterback. Indiana, they can do anything. They can do anything and everything.
You can do whatever you want to me, Indiana.
Literally, that's what Indiana is.
Yeah.
That Coach Cignetti, Coach of the Year. Congratulations is in order as well. Last night, Thursday, December, whatever it was, Coach Cignetti was named College Football Coach of the Year.
I mean, he deserves it. He walks into that press conference. He's like, people come here because they know I win games.
Yep.
I love that mentality.
That quote will stick with me forever. He's like, just Google me, I win.
I should do a caption saying people watch me because they know I win games, or they know I win or something.
Yeah,
I should copy him a little bit for an Instagram caption.
I love Coach Cignetti. He's definitely got. Well, of course, my girlfriend goes to the school that he left, and there's a lot of bad blood.
Is she mad about it?
Yeah, everybody is. Well, they started off the season 12-0 or 10-0 when he was at JMU.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But then he left.
Yeah, then he left.
He's like, I'm gonna treat you good. And then he's literally a guy that just to treat you good and leaves. Randomly leaves. Poor guy.
Yeah, oh my gosh.
Poor James Madison.
I mean, I think it's going to be a domination. I can't believe 77% of the country picked picked Notre Dame. I think Indiana, all those transfers they got from James Madison, those 2 receivers they got from the MAC, Miles Cross, and I believe it's Larverdan might be the other guy. I'm not sure. And Curtis Rourke coming from Ohio, former MAC Player of the Year. I think he's going to have a heyday as well. He has been on a tear all season.
Yeah, I think Indiana's an obvious pick. I think it's an obvious pick.
I think it is.
I don't know how people are picking Notre Dame.
Yeah. Saturday the 21st at noon. In my opinion, this could be the worst college football playoff game. Actually, these next 2 are pretty stinky.
Big stink.
We got number 11 SMU taking on number 6 Penn State. I don't want to make this video lengthy, because this could be a video for a different time. I think SMU should not even be in the playoffs. I think it should be Alabama instead. And I'm not saying that as a homer of SEC or Alabama or anything like that. I honestly think Alabama is a better team than SMU. But anyways, with that being said, 82% picked is riding with the Nittany Lions. They just have a better team, better literally every position, better quarterback, better offense, better defense. SMU, they got some fireworks, but man, they just played an ACC schedule. They lost their conference championship game. They had a very close game with Nevada, who's booty cheeks this year. I think Penn State kills them like 42-20, 42-14. It's going to be a domination. This game shouldn't even be existing right now.
Yeah, Penn State's a good football team, and they have a good coach over there. And I think it's going to be a bloodbath.
Yeah. Shout out to Drew Aller though, from Ohio, from Medina.
Oh yeah, Medina. Yeah,
I think he was a top 5 prospect in the country when they got him.
Mm-hmm. That's sick. Dude, Northeast, Ohio high school football is just insane.
If you are a school in need of a great player, literally just close your eyes and throw a dart at a map of Northeast Ohio, and you will find somebody.
Yeah, they just have insane high school talent. I mean, they're always winning state championships over there, except for Marion Local kind of dominates D6 and D7. But
Yeah.
other than that, Northeast Ohio is where it's at.
Yeah, it's some fun football, which we should definitely go to a game up in Northeast Ohio at some point.
Maslin
Yeah,
Tigers.
Maslin and McKinley. Definitely got to. All right, this is the other stink matchup that I think is going to be another blowout. We got number 12 Clemson, the ACC champs, traveling to Austin, Texas, taking on the Longhorns. Number 12 versus 5 matchup. 90% riding with the Longhorns. I'm not going to take long to dissect this matchup. I think Texas wins in a massacre. They're literally every position's better. Quinn Ewers is one of the best QBs in the league. How does Texas not win this? How does Texas not win this game by 50?
I'm not even gonna make a pick because the fact that their social media team is covering their third string quarterback, that says it all to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
the fact that Arch Manning is not a starting quarterback, that just shows how good this team is.
Quinn Ewers is insane though.
Yeah, he is.
I think he should be an argument for the Heisman. I think
he should be, and he's not even a finalist.
Yeah, you don't even all you hear about is Ashton, Genty, and then Travis Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I hear. And then Shadur's up there too, I know. But it's crazy.
Yeah. Which Cam Ward, surprisingly, from Miami, won
what?
Quarterback of the Year last night. Yeah. They had all the awards except for the Heisman last night.
Well, how did Miami do? We'll get into it when we get to him.
Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there. All right. This is, in my opinion, the best game, or I guess if not the second best game, it'll be between this one and Notre Dame. Saturday the 21st at 8 p.m., we got Tennessee traveling to Columbus. 8 versus 9 matchup. Both teams are 10-2, 61% riding with the Buckeyes. I think this game's going to be awesome. I think there's going to be fireworks everywhere. I think Ohio State, if they lose this game, Ryan Day is gone. He is coaching for his job. And if they don't go on a deep run, I think he's out of Columbus because Ohio State is one of the most stressful jobs in the country because you have 2 jobs, or I guess 3 main goals, but one severely outweighs the rest, and that's win national championships, win Big Ten championships, and most importantly, you got to beat that team up north. You got to beat Michigan.
They didn't do that.
He's 1-4 against Michigan.
Oh my gosh, dude!
And it's like whenever they see it, and this year proved it. It's like whenever they see the winged helmets, the maize and the blue, and the big Block M when they leave the tunnel, it's like he craps himself.
Yeah.
Did you see the pictures of him after the game? Like how just
he looked like a sick old man.
Yeah, he looked senile.
Well, he's probably like, oh, I'm 1-4. I'm gonna lose my job.
Yeah. Well, did you see after the game, he looks at his kicker, whoever, or Jack Sawyer, and it was on camera. He was like, "What happened?" Like literally, you could read his lips. And he was like, "What happened?" It's like he was caught in a daze after Michigan won. And when Jack Sawyer was throwing with fit, like he had tears in his eyes. I won't quote for quote say it, but you can look up the video. But he's like, we can't just watch him plant plant the flag on our field again, bro.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of stuff like that kind of makes me cringe because I understand the passion of the game, but it's like, bro, take your L and leave, bro. Like they deserve it.
Yeah.
Where was this pride when you were playing the game?
Yeah, where was this between the lines for the last 60 minutes?
I think the passion of football should be played in between the whistle, not after.
Yeah.
It's like...
And another thing, too, they're trying to pass a new law to where opposing teams can't plant their flag at the 50-yard line of Ohio Stadium anymore. And it could get them 8 to 12 years in jail. That is how pity this team is at this point. Because they're literally trying to pass a law.
It's an ego, man.
Yeah.
Heck, give me Tennessee, bro.
That's what I was saying. Like, give me Tennessee. Ohio State to win this game. Tennessee has a great defensive line. Ryan Day, he tries to run the ball. He tries to prove he's tough. Lou Holtz lives in his head rent free.
Yeah,
he can't run the ball. They have the two of the best receivers in the game. They didn't even use him against Michigan, who they would have beat by 50 if they did. I give me the Volunteers, man. I think this is going to be an upset. I really do.
Yeah. Plus, I love Tennessee's colors. I love that orange.
Yeah,
I love that orange so much.
Me too. All right, Myrtle Beach Bowl. We got Coastal
Ooh.
Carolina taking on UTSA. So this is going to be a home game for Coastal because Myrtle Beach, that is played at Coastal's Field.
I love Coastal Carolina. I love their color. They have such a unique mascot and a color combo. It's like, and
The
that field,
Chanticleers,
and that field though.
yeah, the Teal Field.
And there's still that big content creator. He graduated from Coastal like 3 years ago, and he's still posting Coastal Carolina content, and people are still like following and subscribing to him.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Coastal's just a fun team to
Bro peaked in
make content
college.
about. Yeah.
Bro peaked in college, but he's still posting his old game clips, and people are still like liking it.
Oh, really?
I'm like, bro, like he's posting the same clips for the last 3 years.
That's funny.
Yeah, no, but he's a dog though. He got like a couple of tryouts in the NFL, whatever. But yeah, I like Coastal.
Give me Coastal. I think they dominate this game. Little fun fact: everyone else in the Sun Belt, because I found this out. Of course, my girlfriend goes to James Madison. They call them the Beach Chickens.
The beach chickens.
The Beach Chickens.
I love that.
I would love. They think it's an insult. I would love to be called a beach chicken.
Dude, I'm calling my ex-girlfriend the beach chicken. The beach chicken.
The Beach Chicken.
My sweet little beach chicken. She probably won't like that, whoever my future girlfriend is, but whatever.
Oh, that's funny. Famous Idaho Potato Bowl. This could be a good game. We got Northern Illinois 7-5 taking on Fresno State 6-6.
That sounds like the most boring game ever.
Really, I think this is going to be a good game. I think
Northern
this is
Illinois
gonna be a
versus
great
Fresno
game.
State. I don't know, dude.
75% riding with the Huskies, 25% riding with the Bulldogs. I think that 75% is inflated in my opinion because the only people that know NIU outside of people that watch the MAC are just know them for beating Notre Dame. That's probably what they're going off of.
Yeah.
Outside of that, they've been among the most boring teams this year.
Yeah.
They can't pass the ball. Their top receivers in the transfer portal. He just came out and said he's not playing in this game.
Didn't they have like an NFL little brother quarterback a little bit ago?
Yes, but he's not playing.
Oh.
Yeah,
Okay.
he didn't play this year.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and Fresno State, they're coming out of the Mountain West. It doesn't matter who they have back there. They're consistently pumping out a great team year in, year out. And this year, it wasn't really their year, but still solid young team. They're going to be moving. I believe they're moving to the Pac-12 either this year or next year. So, I mean, give me the Bulldogs, and I guess it would be an upset based on trends. But yeah, this is Monday the 23rd at 2:30.
I guess give me Northern Illinois just because I love Mac.
Yeah.
I love Maction.
It's fair. All right, we got the Hawaii Bowl, and
Ooh.
we don't have Hawaii playing in it, which I don't think they're bowl eligible, which kind of sucks because usually they're the Hawaii Bowl bid. We got South Florida taking on San Jose State.
Dude,
I love San Jose State.
San Jose State, man. I love those boys. There were so many crazy highlights for like good and bad against them. Like I guess they had a couple like kickoff returns stripped or something.
Yeah.
They've had a very unique year, and it's crazy that they're bowl eligible. To be honest, for how many mistakes that I've seen on Instagram.
Yeah, I love the Spartans. Once again, they're a tough Mountain West team who's proved that they are far and away the best Group of Five conference because they literally have a team in the playoffs as a 4 seed. And they have, in my opinion, the best receiver in the country in Nick Nash, who leads the country. Yeah, Nick Nash. That is such a wide receiver name.
I feel like that's like a guy that'd be in Johnny Bravo.
It would be, dude.
Johnny Bravo and Nick Nash.
Like that is just when I think of Nick Nash, I think of one of those high school musical or high school movie guys where everyone in their 30s is playing high school kids, and it's the one like hot shot jock
star player.
He pulls up in his like 1980s Ford Mustang, or he's got like flame decals on it.
Yeah, that's a really good description. I like that.
That's what I think of a guy named Nick Nash, but he has 1,382 or 86 yards receiving this year. He is insane. Didn't win the Blitnikoff Award. Travis Hunter won it, which is crazy.
I hate that kid. Get him out of here.
Yeah, give me the Spartans because Nick Nash is playing, and we love Nick Nash.
Yeah, same here.
All right, this one could be an interesting game. At the same time, it could also be a blowout. Thursday, the 26th, the day after Christmas at 2 p.m., we have the Quick Lane Bowl, or what was formerly known as the Quick Lane Bowl, which is now known as the Game Above Sports Bowl.
They changed the name, the Quick Lane Bowl?
Changed the name, and it happened a while ago, I guess, because I was like, what the heck? There's no Quick Lane Bowl? Yeah. So this is going to be up in Detroit, Michigan, by the way. Check that out, by the way. We went there last year to watch BG take on Minnesota. We got the Pitt Panthers, 7-5, taking on Toledo Rockets at 7-5.
This guy cannot stop being the Toledo announcer.
It literally just lives in my head. I don't know why. Like whenever I see
Toledo
whenever,
lives in your head rent free. BG
dude,
guy.
they might.
You're a BG. You go to BG, and the Toledo announcer lives in your head rent free.
Dude, he does. He lives. He's rent free, dude. He's got a big mansion condo in my head, and he's not paying rent.
Drives a Ferrari.
Yeah.
He's just speeding around in that
He's
brain of
living up
yours.
there, dude. Toledo proved this year though they are a fraud team.
They suck.
They got blown out by Bowling Green, blown out by Ohio, and then after the Ohio loss, I think they just gave up because they lost to Akron.
The way
the
I
last
was
game of the season.
the way I always described that Toledo's quarterback plays is either prime Tom Brady just slinging the biscuit really well, or the current Aaron Rodgers for the Jets.
Yeah, and that's exactly who he is. And granted, they will have all of their weapons playing. They'll have Jawan Newton, who is in the Hula Bowl, Anthony Torres, who is also playing in the Hula Bowl, Junior Vander Ross, who is also a very solid receiver. And then I believe Jacquez Stewart, he's also a pretty good senior that's going to be
Why
playing.
did you say it French? Why isn't it what? Why did you say it like so French like? Jacquez.
That's why I just Jacquez.
No, I got you. No.
But yeah, all those guys will be playing. Tucker Gleason playing. It's going to come down to how well he plays. 91% of the country is riding with the Pitt Panthers, and I mean rightfully so.
You got to.
You got to. They have some great players on that team. They played in the ACC. Granted, Toledo did beat Mississippi State, an SEC team, but Mississippi State proved that they're horrible. They finished the season 2-10, and I don't think this is a Pitt team that is going to be beaten down like a 2-10 Mississippi State team. So
I think you also forget too, like they're in Pittsburgh, they're in the Steel City, and like I think the impact of that city takes a toll, or even teaches those college kids like, hey, like we're tough,
yeah,
tough hard workers.
I think that's a perfect way of doing it because this is a team that beat a Kyle McCord led Syracuse team where Kyle McCord threw 3 pick sixes in one half against Pitt.
That is insane.
Yeah, and Kyle McCord led the nation in passing yards.
Shout out to him, man.
Yeah. All right, Thursday the 26th at 5:30, we got the Rate Bowl between Rutgers and Kansas State. I'm not going to watch this game. Honestly, could not even care less about this game. I don't care who wins. I don't know anything about either team. Just give me Kansas State because Kansas State has a better record. They're 8-4. I don't care about this game.
Yeah, I was gonna say give me Kansas State. Just got like purple.
Yeah, that's why I picked them too because I know you like purple.
Rutgers always stinks.
Yeah. They're on the come up though. I like what Greg Schiano's doing, but I mean, I don't really care about this game. I'm not watching it.
I actually fell asleep when you were reading teams off.
Yeah, I mean, more power to you if you're watching this game and you're not a fan of either team. So
I'm gonna watch probably a good amount of these games on live stream. So.
Oh yeah, definitely live. There's gonna be at least one on every single day.
I should.
That's a live stream every day.
I should stream every day. I should.
You should. You could call it Bowl Madness.
CF3 Bowl Mania.
CF3 Bowl Mania.
There you go.
All right, the
Bowl Madness. Bowl Madness is tough. I didn't acknowledge that for a second. Bowl Madness. Is tough.
All right, Thursday the 26th at 9 p.m. Okay, that is late. I didn't realize this was a late game. We got the 68 Ventures Bowl between Arkansas State and Bowling Green. 80% is riding with the Falcons, and I believe that is mainly because all the guys and the seniors that are graduating / grad transferring have all announced that they're playing in the game. Like Terrion Stewart, he's playing. Harold Fannin Jr., he's going to be playing. A lot of the linemen that are in the transfer portal, they're going to be playing. Joseph Sipp, he's a pretty good linebacker in the portal. He's playing.
In my opinion, it's a game that's worth playing because Arkansas State, they're not a phenomenal team, but are they not Power 4? Are they Power 4?
No, you're thinking of Arkansas. Arkansas State's in the Sun Belt. But they're
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Arkansas State, are they the Wolves thing?
Wolves.
The Red Wolves.
They have the really sick logo.
Gotcha.
I can't lie. They have one of the best logos in college football.
They do. Yeah, I was thinking of the Razorbacks.
Yeah. Which this is another team that hired a former coach. He's not a coach that coached the team before, but he's an old coach, Butch Jones.
Butch Jones is also someone that's in a High School Musical kind of coach name.
It kind of is when you think about it.
We got Nick Nash and Butch.
Nick Nash and Butch Jones. Go learn some San Jose Staties, buddy.
I like that.
But give me the Falcons though. I mean, they have great weapons, phenomenal team. I think they're going to be. I think they're going to be a galvanized team coming into this. It's going to be a lot of guys' last games ever putting on the orange and brown, and I just think they're going to come into this game angry after the Miami loss. I think they're going to be motivated, confident. It's a bowl game. It's their third straight bowl game in a row. All the seniors, like I said, transfers last time ever playing for this team. And this is a team that has been through the ringer because, a lot of these guys are 5th and 6th year seniors to where they were through what they were called the dark ages to where they went like 1-11, 2-10. So I think this will be I think they'll win this game. And this is a different matchup from the past two Quick Lane Bulls they were in, where they had to play literally a Power 4 Minnesota team and then a great New Mexico State team who beat a ranked Liberty that year, or an almost ranked Liberty that year. I think this is a winnable bowl game. I think they win 24-20.
I don't even have a score prediction, to be honest.
Yeah. Who you riding with?
Obviously, BGSU.
Obviously, BGSU.
I mean, like, it's obvious. You got, that's the thing about you, Chris. Like, when you cover, I mean, I should say this a long time ago, but like, we're in episode, 39 now or 40, almost there. And you say the game or whatever, you say a topic and you explain everything about that topic. So all I can be like is, yeah, yeah, or absolutely not, you dummy. Like, but most of the time it's like, yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
it's a pretty good take.
Like that's what this podcast has become: is Chris explaining for 5 minutes and Caleb going, yeah.
I'll let you have the reins on the next one then.
No. But I like this format. Let's keep rolling because you bring a lot of insight that I didn't even know about, so I like it. I'm not complaining. I like it. So let's keep it rolling.
All right. Friday the 27th at 12 p.m. We got the Lockheed, or is it Lockheed? I've heard both. Lockheed or Lockheed. I don't know. Engineering major. Our buddy that goes to Ohio State, Lucas. Let us know, man.
Let us know, man. Or any engineering major.
Engineering. Is it Lockheed or Lockheed?
Yeah. I like these names of these bowl games. They're awesome.
Yeah, they're pretty funny. Yeah. But Lockheed Martin, Armed Forces Bowl. Who's going to win this game? We got Oklahoma taking on Navy. Oh, I don't know. I feel like I got a missile pointed at me right now picking this game. If I pick against Navy, I feel like we're gonna get blown up.
They're low key. They're like, it's like a laser through the window.
Yeah, I mean, look at the window. The shutters are cracked.
There is a crack in the shutters, guys. But yeah, so Navy lost to Notre Dame, right? So that's tell you right there.
Yeah, and Oklahoma eliminated Alabama from the playoffs. Now, granted, they're 6-6, but the last week of the season they beat them 24-6. Pummeled Alabama.
Yeah, I would go ahead and just pick that team and move on.
Yep.
Go ahead and just pick that team and move on.
Yep, I'm got to save us. All right, Birmingham Bowl, 3:30 p.m. the 27th. We got Georgia Tech taking on Vanderbilt. This could be a great game between two.
Who's the first team?
Georgia Tech.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I think you're gonna pick Georgia Tech for that for your buddy. Yeah, I do too because they went back to the triple option this year.
I did see that.
Two great quarterbacks. They got Haynes King and Aaron Philo. They took Georgia, who's the number 1 team in the playoffs, to 8 overtimes. They unfortunately lost the game. And they upset a top 3 or top 5 ranked Miami in like week 10. You can't pick against the Yellow Jackets. Granted, Vanderbilt did win against Alabama, but that's their only big win of the season. They were hanging in there with a lot of great teams, but whenever you play a team that runs a triple option, a team that is built on toughness and pride, it's a different game. It doesn't matter what the record is. It's going to be a tough game for you no matter what. And I think that's why the Yellow Jackets are going to take this game.
I think that's why we love Smash Mouth football so much.
I do. I love any team that runs a triple option.
Because that's passion between the whistles.
Yeah.
That's a great way to describe it right there.
It is.
Also, Ohio doesn't have we don't have a D1. We don't have an Ohio Tech. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of noticed that. Like, I'm trying to think. We don't have any like majorly known.
Don't.
Do we have any majorly known tech schools that aren't like named it though? Like, I know Toledo's known for its engineering, right? Ohio State's known for a lot of majors actually.
Mm-hmm.
We don't really have any schools in Ohio that are like, known for their tech.
No, maybe ONU.
But I'm saying D1 though.
Yeah, probably.
We don't have any D1 Ohio Tech.
Maybe Akron because they're over in the Rubber City, the rubber capital of the world. Maybe.
Yeah, I guess. That was a totally off topic.
I didn't even realize that because you know
a lot of places have something tech.
Have a tech like Michigan's got Michigan Tech, who's D2. Indiana, I think they have Indiana Tech. That sounds like a college, right?
Yeah, I mean we have a lot of technical schools. Just none of them. Most of them don't even have sports though.
Yeah, I didn't even realize that. Yeah. That's actually crazy.
Yeah, I mean like UNOH is a great example. They're a 2-year and a 4-year school. But
that's right. Yeah, we have UNOH,
but they're NAIA, so
yeah,
it's like whatever.
But they build race cars, so they're cool.
That is very cool. Like aren't they the racers? Is the name?
Yeah, I think they are.
Yeah, that's sick, dude.
It is. All right, Friday the 27th at 7 p.m. We got Texas Tech taking on Arkansas. 69% is riding with the Red Raiders. I have watched one game between the two, and it was Texas Tech taking on Colorado. Great game. Colorado ended up beating him. I think it was a great game. Texas Tech, they didn't look bad, but they looked really good losing because they had a new line of jerseys made by Patrick Mahomes.
I
Check it out.
saw that. Ooh, that's
So I
tough.
think just based off of uniforms, I'm going to go with Texas Tech because I don't know anything about Arkansas.
I honestly don't even have a pick.
Oh, no, Arkansas beat Tennessee. That's right. They beat Tennessee.
Ooh.
That's the only thing I know about Arkansas. So I could see the argument for Arkansas, but I don't know. I like Texas. I like Texas Tech because of the Patrick Mahomes unis.
Yeah, they give a lot of respect to Patrick Mahomes this year.
Yeah.
I honestly don't have a pick. I really don't. I think it's gonna be a good matchup though.
Yeah. This is AutoZone Liberty Bowl. I don't know if I mentioned this. So this will be played in the Liberty Bowl down in Memphis.
Sick.
Super sick stadium. Okay. The DirecTV Holiday Bowl, also Friday the 27th at 8 p.m. We got Syracuse, number 21, taking on Washington State. Now, I think this is one of those games where it depends on who's playing. Like, who's actually going to show up for these teams?
Is Kyle McCord playing?
I think so.
And
And that's why I think
Syracuse, the obvious
Syracuse is
pick
going to
here.
kill him.
Yeah, that's the obvious pick here for sure.
Yeah, moving on. I think Kyle McCord
What
throws
was the final record for Syracuse this year?
9-3. No, number 21.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think Syracuse runs away with it because McCord's
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah, McCord's a dog.
What a season he's had, by the way.
Insane.
Congratulations is in order. Led the nation in passing yards this year after transferring out of Ohio State.
After they bashed your name, dog.
Oh my goodness, drag his name through the mud. And I think he said the perfect thing. Like, oh my gosh, the troll that he said when they asked him about the Michigan game this year.
I didn't hear anything about that. What happened this year?
Oh, he said, I don't remember what exactly he said, but he said something about how he's just better off now. I don't know. It was like a short little.
I'm sure he can
remark.
like play free now, rather than like the entire Ohio State fan base critiquing everything he's doing. Like Syracuse, I'm sure is just so glad to have him.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame him. I do the same because I just putting on the Scarlet and Gray as a quarterback would be awesome because your name is going to be known by everyone. But that fan base is among the worst in the world with how they just tear down.
If you breathe wrong,
if you breathe wrong, that fan base will be the first fan base to just tear you down.
I will say it's a cult to be an Ohio State fan. I think you're part of a cult.
I'd say it's got to be like borderline because man, they will tear into anybody that just plays
disrespects or
plays one play wrong. They will hate you forever. Oh man,
I'm not an Ohio State fan. I want to clarify that. I mean, I'll watch Ohio State play because we live here, right? But like,
yeah,
we made fun of our Ohio State friend for losing to Michigan, and we're gonna make sure to make fun of him if Tennessee beats them.
Yeah. Shout out! Should we get a Tennessee shirt if Tennessee wins a natty?
I will buy Tennessee. I'll buy. What was the quarterback that played there a little while ago? That I was a fan of. It's the 5th year, the old man.
Oh, from that went to Detroit.
I think so. Yeah.
I think his name was Malik something.
Dude, I can't remember. But the 25-year-old that was still playing college football, whatever. So, yeah.
All right, the SRS distribution Las Vegas Bowl. We have 6-6 USC, who is now a Big Ten team, taking on Texas A&M. I'm gonna take like 10 seconds dissecting this. I think Texas A&M dominates this game. 90% of the country picked them. That's mainly because USC was a fraud Big Ten team this year. Went 6-6. They lost to Michigan, and they don't have their quarterback. He's in the transfer portal, Miller Moss.
Yeah, give me Texas A&M. Johnny Manziel's home alumni.
Yes.
I've been watching so many Johnny Manziel stuff recently. He has a podcast now. I actually
Really?
listened to it. Yeah, it's called Game Days or whatever, or Glory Days. Sorry.
Now here's a conversation that nobody's ready yet. Not ready for yet. Was he a good quarterback or was he carried by what's his name, Mike Evans, who had a historic run that season?
Mike Evans was nuts that season. I mean,
Yes,
because he was just heaving balls up.
he was heaving balls up to Mike Evans.
But his awareness and like the way he could run around the pocket and keep a play alive. That's what I love the most about Johnny Manziel.
Yeah,
You see my little Thanksgiving. You saw my little thing, like maybe an uncle or whatever.
I will say he will forever have a place in my heart as one of the I guess the heads on Mount Rushmore of my childhood because he was at his prime in college while we were in elementary. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's
only
one of,
5th and 6th grade.
But I feel like everybody holds value to him. But it's so random because he was just some insanely good college quarterback and then awful in the NFL. But for some reason, he's just someone that sticks out. I bet there's so many guys that are like that were really good in college and then sucked in the NFL. It's like we don't even know who they are anymore.
I think it's because he kind of set the precedent for having a big league personality and a big league type name while still in college, because like they were calling him Money Manziel,
Yeah.
Johnny Football,
He was
all when
hanging
he
out with
was in
Drake,
college.
Justin Bieber.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was just hanging out with all the big wigs. People were talking about his oil money.
He kind of started it off, I think. That's
Yeah.
probably why. Yeah. I like that.
I think he started it all, like, because I think Shador still got a lot of coverage, but I don't the oh my gosh, the coverage that Johnny Manziel got was on a different level back when we were little kids.
Mm.
Because I bet if Shador was playing back when Johnny Football was playing, if he switched the roles, he'd be getting Johnny Manziel um, level coverage. So I'd say a kind of connection would be a comparison would be, I guess, how Shador is now, except times 100.
Like it.
Yeah. All right. What the heck is this bowl? The Wasabi Fenway Bowl. This is in Fenway Park.
Wasabi Fenway.
Yeah, up in Fenway Park in Boston, Massachusetts. We got UConn taking on North Carolina. Boring game. Who's letting this game happen? North Carolina with Bill Belichick, by the way. They just hired Bill Belichick.
Yeah, I saw that. Are these new coaches going to be coaching?
I don't know.
Or are they like the old staff finish out?
No, the old staff I don't believe is finishing out, which could make this game a good game. But really, UConn is bad. They've always been bad. Although maybe I just don't know ball, because
North Carolina's not good either, though. North Carolina's never.
Yeah, their defense was one of the worst in college football.
But they do have really nice. Dude, the navy blue versus the baby blue.
Ooh, that'll be
Jinx.
sweet. Yeah,
You owe me a Sprite.
that'll be sweet.
Yeah, I might watch the game just to see the color contrast.
Yeah,
Probably just the first minute though.
yeah. It depends.
You get bored.
How many points is UNC gonna let up? Because
High scoring game?
JMU dropped a 70 burger on those
70
guys.
burger.
A big old 70
But
burger.
They also scored 50.
Yeah, they scored 50.
So they have
and like 40 of those points were scored in the second half.
So they have an efficient offense. It takes a while, but it takes a while. It's a build-up offense, right?
Yeah.
But crappy defense. Dude, it's gonna be like an 80 to 90 game, maybe.
I hope. I sure hope.
I'm tuning into that game now. You got me excited for it.
Give me the Tar Heels.
I don't even know who to pick. I'm gonna just watch and find out.
Points.
I want to see points on the board.
Now we got one of the most iconic bowl game names, the Bad Boy Mowers Pinstripe.
Bad boy, man.
This game is going to be played in Yankee Stadium in New York City. We got Boston College taking on Nebraska.
Ooh, that's kind of battle of the mediocre. I like that.
Yeah, but we got
Nebraska's on the up though.
Nebraska is. They got Dylan Raiola, who
The off-brand Patrick Mahomes.
Off-brand Patrick Mahomes.
Great value, Patrick Mahomes. I like that.
And it's because of how he looks, and he wears number 15, and because of a throw he made at the start of the season. That's why they call him that.
Give me Nebraska.
Give me Nebraska.
Give me that Patrick Mahomes hype, bro.
Yeah.
But he's the most off-brand. I mean, he is off. I mean, he's terrible. He was terrible like that 2 weeks ago or something like that. They were clowning on him or whatever for his throws.
I don't know. They almost beat Ohio State. Give me Mini Mahomes.
Yeah, dude, I love it.
All right, this is an interesting game. This is the Isleta or Isleta. I think it's Isleta. Isleta New Mexico Bowl. This will be played in, of course, New Mexico. Excuse me. We got Louisiana, the Ragin' Cajuns. I remember how you love that name, the Ragin' Cajuns.
I love that name.
Taking on TCU.
Oh, what? We saw TCU play in person. We gotta pick TCU.
Yeah, I gotta pick TCU.
Again, the fact that we gotta see a team out of Texas play is that the furthest team we've seen play?
I think that might have been the furthest team we've ever seen play.
What was the team before that? Minnesota, I guess, is the farthest. Would you consider? Because the quick thing was
Yeah.
sounds right. North Dakota, if you consider hockey.
Oh yeah, although Texas is still further, but yeah,
Is it really?
maybe because UND plays on the border of Minnesota and North Dakota. Like there's like nobody outside of that lives in North Dakota.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I don't know.
That's still
Interesting.
Still pretty cool that we got to see a team out of so far away come up and play. It was awesome.
In the snow, and they played good too. It wasn't like it was an ugly game. They played good. They just bludgeoned Cincinnati.
Yeah, but they still were. Neither of them were great teams. I would say. None of them were like, oh wow, this is insane. Like,
yeah,
but they looked the part. I'll tell you what, they were huge.
They were. Them boys were from Texas.
They towered over Cincy. I felt like.
Yeah. TCU 8-4, Louisiana 10-3. They also just got killed by Marshall in their conference championship game. But give me the Horned Frogs. I mean, it's classic, pretty decent Power Four taking on a decent Group of Five that is kind of got fraud checked. So
Got fraud checked.
I guess we can call it frog checked now.
Facts. I like all this fraud checking you're doing this bowl season.
There's a lot of fraud checking acts. I didn't realize how many frauds are in here, but I mean, it's bowl game. All you need to do is win 6 games. You're in one.
I just think it's so hard to pick bowl games because you don't know who's gonna play. There's no motivation really to play.
Yeah.
You just never know. So it's so hard to pick because this team was good during the season, right? But they have the 3rd-string quarterback, 2nd-string receiver, new coach coming in, right?
Yeah.
You just never know.
This game, the Pop-Tarts Bowl. This is going to be played in Orlando, Florida. We got number 18 Iowa State taking on number 13 Miami. And Cam Ward, who just won Quarterback of the Year, has announced that he is officially playing in this game. But Miami has that notoriously awful defense that got torched by Georgia Tech and got torched by Syracuse. 10-2. Iowa State coming off a bludgeoning in the Big 12 championship to Arizona State. I don't remember what the score was, but I believe they dropped either a 40 or 50 burger on Iowa State. But Iowa State, I don't know, they play in the Big 12. It's not hard to win 10 games in the Big 12.
It's hard for me to. Here's my decision, and that's what I'm struggling with. Iowa State has Mount Union coaches over there, and so
They do.
They have that culture, right? That Mount Union culture's over there, and I have a lot of pride. The fact that I got to play 2 seasons at Mount, and then
Matt Campbell, I believe is the name, right?
And then is it Matt Campbell?
I believe it's Matt Campbell, and then the Toledo coach is Jason Candle.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's it. And then, sorry, my brain is not woke up yet.
We just got off the finals, and it's literally 8:15.
I still have a headache from Monday's exam.
Yeah.
And then Miami, has Cam Ward, a quarterback who just, won that the
QB of the year.
QB of the year. And it's I don't know anything about him other than that, so it's hard to choose. And if you're saying Iowa State's
Heisman
defense,
finalist as well.
Well, there's that, and then you said Iowa State's defense just got thrashed, right? So it's
yeah, but both defenses are awful. I think there could be a lot of points scored in this game.
I don't know who to pick. I guess if I'm going with my Mount Union background, I'm going Iowa State, but I don't really know.
Yeah, I feel that. I'm gonna go off of Heisman finalist and the storylines surrounding Cam Ward playing, and he wants one last game as a Miami Hurricane. And I mean, I love the Hurricanes as a brand overall. I love their uniforms. I remember they were the original college I wanted to go to back when I was in 7th grade. I really wanted to go to Miami. I love their colors. I love the players like Warren Sapp, Michael Irvin, Ken Dorsey, all those guys, Willis McGahee, and just playing them in NCAA 2002 on the GameCube, how they had Andre Johnson and Ken Dorsey throwing them the ball. Fun team. I love Miami.
I will say, a little change the topic, change the subject real quick. When Chris told me that he wanted to go to Miami on a Boy Scout trip, we were driving somewhere a couple states away, whatever. I was so depressed, dude. Because you're like, yeah, I'm going to go to Miami and be like a marine biologist. And I'm like, bro. I was like, bro, don't do this to me.
Dude, just leaving.
I'm like, don't do this to me, dude. Just go to BG and be a biology teacher. That's what,
I don't even think any of us knew BG existed in middle school.
And Chris is like, you're so smart. I'm actually gonna be a biology teacher at BG now. And then that's how he made a decision to go to BG because of me. A 12-year-old Caleb cried and was like,
yeah, and I just completely flipped. Even though 12-year-old Chris didn't even know BG existed back then, but he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna go to this school called BG. Yeah,
and be a biology teacher instead of a marine biologist. I was like, Chris, you're too short. You can be taller. And then they said, yeah, we're not going to take it.
He's like, yeah, I agree. Understandable. Have a great day.
Understandable. Have a great day. All right, next bowl game.
All right. This could be one of the new legendary bowl game names because what used to be called the Barstool Arizona Bowl just got bought out by Snoop Dogg, and now it's called the Snoop Dogg Arizona Bowl.
That is
played in Arizona Wildcat
tough.
Stadium.
We have to go to that game before it changes.
Oh my gosh, yeah. This is my favorite bowl game of the year.
We better be able to buy a bench to mic bowl or see if we got to make that much money.
It clearly shouldn't be that hard because
Barstool
Snoop
Dogg did it.
If Snoop Dogg did it, if Snoop Dogg got himself a bowl,
I will put a mortgage on my house, bro. I will give up everything. What's the one with reverse mortgages or whatever that you basically give your house away to somebody and they give you a bunch of
bankruptcy.
Money. Basically that. we will get a bowl game.
We will get the most mid teams in this bowl. I'm talking, we're getting
UConn, and North Carolina,
North Carolina playing in the BTM Bowl,
the CF3 bench to mic bowl. I love it.
Oh man, that's great. But this game honestly could be pretty good. We got Miami of Ohio taking on Colorado State. 75% riding with the Rams.
What'd you take? I really don't know.
I think this game go either way. It's going to go one of two ways. I think if it's within one possession, I think Miami's going to win because that is their brand of football. They're going to pound your face in, and they're going to come over the top with Brett Gabbert throwing the ball, but they have Keon Mosey at running back, best running back in the MAC, or one of the best running backs in the MAC because he's behind Terron Stewart. Yeah, and they have that heck of a defense. They had a second-team All-American and I think a third-team All-American on their defense, and Matt Salopek and another guy. I think if it's within one possession, I think they win. Colorado State, they have a pretty streaky offense. They could score 50 or they can get beat by 50.
This is a weird matchup. Like Colorado State and Miami, like I never expect. I wasn't ready for that matchup. You know,
I think since it's out on the West Coast and Colorado State's closer and they play in the Mountain West, and they have that experience.
That's why I'm saying it's the Mountain West.
I think I'm gonna go with Colorado State winning by. I don't know what the score is, but I think they win by 10.
I don't think Miami Ohio can handle the elevation too because they're gonna play higher than what they normally do in Ohio.
And MAC teams that usually are pretty good that play in the Arizona Bowl or anywhere out west usually lose because last year we had a 10-win AP ranked number 23 Toledo lose to Wyoming last year in the Barstool Arizona Bowl.
Yeah,
I think you just got to go with trends here.
Colorado State. I think the Mountain West in general is just a more physical conference than the MAC. Mountain West.
It's
a dirty league.
This is a Colorado State team that's they played the best. They had to play Ashton Genty. They probably had to play Ashton Genty. They played against Colorado. And all the other great Mountain West teams. And Miami's they've only played Notre Dame, who's a fraud, and they've only played MAC teams. That's it. And they got beat by Northwestern, who's booty cheeks.
Yeah, give me the Mountain West team. Give me Colorado State. Give me Colorado State.
All right. Saturday the 28th, 5:45.
How many games are there again? How many bowl games are there? How many got left?
Oh, not that many.
Oh, okay. Dang.
We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 bowl games left, and then the rest of the college football playoffs.
I think I asked that exact same question around this time too. I was like, how many are left?
Yeah, I think you did too.
I was like, dang, this take forever.
I think there's like 46 bowl games total.
Nice.
Maybe? Yeah. So the 28th, we got the Go Bowling Military Bowl. Go Bowling. I've never heard of that before, but
Go Bowling.
Go Bowling. East Carolina taking on NC State. This is a historical rivalry. 2 in-state matchups in a bowl game. This is an in-state matchup in a bowl game.
So what do you think?
It's pretty cool. Give me the Wolfpack. East Carolina plays in the AAC, and then lost to Charlotte, who's booty cheeks. So give me NC State.
Give me East Carolina because they're sweet, dude. I love their colors and I love their uniforms.
Yeah,
they're tough.
It's fair,
and they have some insane they have different combinations. They have different helmet styles. I love it.
In my opinion, they could be the best purple team.
I think they might be up there for me.
And I love the midfield logo of the state of North Carolina. And then it's the pirate head or the skull and crossbone, the Jolly Roger in the middle of the state of North Carolina.
If they don't have a lot of pirate themed stuff at that stadium, I'll be really upset. They better have like a cannon, like a fishnet. They better have a bunch of stuff like that.
Yeah.
If Jack Sparrow's not in the 50-yard line, I'll be upset.
If he's not performing the halftime show.
Yeah.
And I'm
if Johnny Depp's not a full-time employee of East Carolina, I'll be very upset.
Yeah. I'm going to be mad.
Yeah.
All right. We got the
Mormons versus...
How did you know? You probably saw it.
I looked over your phone. I saw the BYU.
Well, and you can announce it if you want. For the Valero Alamo Bowl, we got
the Mormons take on the Buffaloes of Colorado.
The Buffaloes.
The Buffaloes.
In a rare interconference matchup. This is a Big 12 on Big 12 matchup, and you are not supposed to see this in bowl games. I don't know how this happened.
So we're not supposed to see this in bowl games, ladies and gents. This is a rare occurrence.
Yeah, update just came in. Dolphins have officially released OBJ. Dang.
Dolphins had OBJ? I didn't even know.
They did.
Bro's washed.
Yeah.
Anyways.
That's irrelevant. It's like that meme where the guy says, "Oh no." Anyways.
What was it, 2015? Get out of here.
Anyways, back to the Alamo Bowl.
I don't even know. Probably Colorado.
Yeah.
I like Deion. I like Shedeur. I like Travis.
Hunter and Shedeur Sanders have both announced that they're going to be going in the draft, but they are playing in this game because Deion wants all of his guys that are exiting via transfer portal or draft to play because that's the brand he wants to build. He wants guys that love the team. And BYU, they've played in a lot of shootouts that with bad teams that they shouldn't have. And I got to go with the Buffaloes. Too much stuff surrounding the team.
I will say I'm a big fan of Colorado. I'm a bandwagon of Colorado, and I like Shador, I like Dion. But all the media and news is maybe not like Travis Hunter.
Yeah, with how outspoken he is about how he should win the Heisman and stuff, and how he's like been kind of giving backhanded compliments to Jenny and stuff.
I'm not gonna lie, it's very Dion of him to be like that.
Yeah, but I mean that's how Dion was in college when he was at Florida State.
Yeah.
I mean he was the exact same way.
He was the same way in the NFL. I mean, I've watched so many of his post game or like his post game conferences and like his sideline mic'd up. Like Dion was a prick like that, too.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to use the word prick, but
yeah, no, I know what you're saying. Yeah.
But also the media isn't reality, so I'm sure Travis is a great guy.
Oh, on his podcast. I don't watch his podcast, but like there's highlights on this app I used to follow all sports, and I mean he seems like a pretty chill guy, down to earth. He answers questions that people ask him. Like
him and his girlfriend, I think, she's got pregnant too.
Yeah,
his fiance got pregnant. Congratulations to you, man.
Congratulations.
I know you're watching. I know you're gonna watch the Benjamin podcast.
Yeah, I know this is his favorite show of all time, right?
Oh, probably has to be, and his fiance's, of course, and the baby inside.
Yeah, and the baby inside. Yeah,
lives in her belly rent free.
Yeah. Okay, this is what could have been a great bowl game. Now is going to be a blowout. We have the Radiance Technologies Independence Bowl. That is a mouthful. We have the Marshall Thundering Herd, who just won the Sun Belt, taking on the number 22 Army Black Knights, who are the champions of the AAC, and who still have to play one more game in the Army Navy game. That's going to be tomorrow, or I guess today, as this video is going to be posted.
Oh man,
94% is riding with the Black Knights. They're 11-1.
They should.
I agree. In Marshall, everyone's in the portal. Coach just left for a conference rival. They left for Southern Miss, who is the conference Sunbelt rival of Marshall.
It's tough because for me, one, I drove past Marshall's field, which was really cool.
The Joan, oh yeah.
And then also there's a guy that we played against in high school who's kicking there.
Shout out to Reese Veerhoff, the kicker.
And then also, one of my good friends, my freshman year at Mount, who I still talk to a little bit today, he was a Marshall fan.
Mm-hmm.
He's actually from that area. And so it's like hard for me, but Army's going to kill you. I am sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be bad. Hey, you know what? I will take a conference title over a bowl game any day of the week. Should not hang your head on this game. You're going to get massacred, but you won the Sun Belt. That should be good enough for you guys.
Yeah.
So,
and Randy Moss, or they were played at your school, right? Was it Randy Moss?
My dad got to watch him play against Bowling Green. He said,
I think you told me that. That's sick, dude.
I just can't believe that a guy actually played at Bowling Green Stadium like that. I just think that's crazy.
It's so weird how back in the day there's just like
Ben Roethlisberger and Randy Moss just casually dominating the MAC.
And then didn't Shannon Sharp play at some D3? Shannon Sharp played like D3 and then went to the NFL.
I think so, yeah.
And then Sterling Sharp, he was always a dog, but he had like a neck injury or something.
And then you had Jerry Rice playing at Miss Valley State.
Was it FCS or something?
HBCU.
HBCU. Yeah. Nice.
But yeah, give me the Black Knights. They probably win by like 40 or 50. I don't know.
Kill them.
This game will be over after like the first
quarter.
After
halftime's too hot.
Yeah. We got the Trans Perfect Music City Bowl. Iowa taking on Missouri, number 19 Missouri. Interesting game. 83% picked Missouri. Understandably so. They're ranked number 19. Iowa's unranked. Both I guess Iowa's 8-4. Missouri is 9-3. Both teams are black and yellow. Wow. Chris has lost his ability to speak proper grammar English.
When I watched Missouri play last year, if it's the same coach, I love their style of offense.
It is. Everybody's the same and everyone's back.
I love their offense. And Missouri beat up Ohio State pretty bad.
They did. It was ugly.
I'm just saying, I love that offense. So I'm going with Missouri here.
Give me Missouri by a couple touchdowns. I don't know the exact score, but Iowa's offense can't score, and their starting quarterback is in the transfer portal, and I don't think he's playing. Cade McNamara.
I just want to say, Missouri, I have 2 years of eligibility left, and I love your style of offense. I would love to play in that offense, so please look my way.
Yeah.
You need a 6'3", 195-pound receiver that runs a 6'1", 40. So.
You do. Come get him.
Yeah, you do that.
Little caveat that doesn't affect this bowl game at all, but just something interesting. Missouri played a game at UMass, who's going to be joining the MAC next year. They played a game at UMass, which was so weird.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know how it happened. Who let that happen? Why'd that happen? Who decided that was a good idea?
Not clearly them, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe.
That president.
I hope the bag was worth it because, man, they massacred your team in front of home fans.
Poor kid.
Poor kids.
Poor kids.
All right. ReliaQuest Bowl. This is a rematch of a conference or a CFP semifinal game last year. We got Alabama taking on Michigan. Number 11 taking on unranked. 87% is riding with the tide.
Alabama's gonna kill them.
I think so too. I mean, I think they're gonna. I think they have a lot of anger held from last year. Everyone's playing because for a lot of guys, especially like Jalen Milroe, this is their last ever game playing for Alabama.
Milroe has to be so disappointed. Like, he's a great quarterback, and the fact that he couldn't carry his team to any sort of playoffs, he's got to be.
I don't think he won an SEC championship either. I don't think he ever won a championship for him either.
But everyone hyped him up like he's some great quarterback.
He's like, I don't know, for college football fans that watch, I would say he's like an Alex Orgy that can throw. He's like Michigan's number 10. The quarterback that all he does is run. He's like that guy if he can throw. If he could throw, that's kind of like Jalen Milroe because that offense is built around Milroe's ability to run. Which, I mean, it could be stopped because Michigan has the two best defensive linemen in the game, and Mason Graham and Kenneth Grant, who are also going to be first-round picks. So, I mean, it'll be interesting, but I don't know. I just think Alabama has the talent advantage, and Michigan, every good team they played against, they've been blown out by. It's just Ohio State is owned by them. That's the only reason why they beat Ohio State. I don't know. Give me Alabama by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think it's going to be a massacre.
Yeah, I think this game's going to be way overhyped. New Year's Eve, though. It's at noon, so if you're with your friends and family, tune in. All right. Oh. Who's your Tiger? We got the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
Put on that bowl of fruit and pick up those Frosted Flakes.
Who's my little piggy?
Who's my little piggy?
We got the Louisville Cardinals taking on the Washington Huskies. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. We got both national championship teams last year are unranked and playing against in just irrelevant bowl games now.
So boring.
Yeah, I mean, this game, I don't really care about this game either. I mean, Washington's booty cheeks. I didn't even know they were bowl eligible because they were so bad this year. I mean, just give me Louisville because they were ranked at one point this year.
Louisville's tough. I like their helmets.
Yeah. We play Louisville next year in Louisville.
Might have to go watch it.
Yeah, might have to.
Let's go to Louisville.
Check it out. ACC country. We have never been to an ACC school yet.
ACC country. Let's ride.
Let's be mid.
Let's be the worst powerful country.
It's ACC. Let's mid.
Let's mid.
All right. Oh, thank goodness. This is a much funner game. The Cheez-It Citrus Bowl. We got South Carolina, number 15 in the country, taking on number 20, Illinois. Both teams are 9-3. 86% riding with the Gamecocks. And I believe that's because of the belief that they were going to make the playoffs, but they didn't because they had a couple key losses at the start of the season. I don't know. SEC versus Big Ten, classic pick 'em here. I'm going to go with the SEC because South Carolina has played against, the best of the best. They played against Alabama. Who else they played against? A couple other good teams. They played against Texas, Missouri. I agree. Illinois' one signature win is Michigan, and Michigan, as we said before, is bad.
Bad team.
All right, the Kinder's Texas Bowl. We got the Baylor Bears taking on LSU.
Ooh,
interesting matchup. I think LSU wins this game.
Yeah, I like that. I like that matchup though. That's a cool matchup.
Good job, Bowl Mania. Good job, Bowl Games, or whoever's running the show. That
Toledo's former quarterback.
Yeah, DeQuan Finn. I totally forgot about that. My goodness, I totally forgot.
And then versus a pretty solid. I liked LSU this year. They were fun to watch.
Yeah, I think LSU wins by 10. Just solely based on the fact that Baylor has a great offense, but they can't play defense to save their lives. Like DeQuan Finn is a great quarterback. But he has no defense behind him.
I haven't seen him play once this year or any Baylor highlights from him. So
he's pretty solid. Watch some highlights and pretty good. I think he transitioned quite well from that Toledo system to
I saw
Baylor.
a lot from LSU, so that's why I'm picking LSU.
Yeah. All right. This is the quarterfinal for the college football playoff. We got the Verbo Fiesta Bowl. So we picked Penn State, and this will be Penn State taking on Boise State. 56% is riding with the Broncos. Which, in my opinion, I think the quarterfinals should be campus site games. Like, this game should be played at Boise State on the blue turf.
That'd be so cool.
I think it's so stupid that, you know what, I get it, you get a first-round bye, but come on. Like, you should be rewarded for being one of the 4 best teams in the country. You should have a home playoff game. You know what I'm saying?
But there should be no – yes, they deserve the advantage, but also I think that they don't want there to be any advantages of.
But
home
like,
field advantage.
but they did that for the first round. I don't know.
Couldn't tell you.
I think they should hold off on the bowl games until the Final Four. Then yes, have it at the Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, Orange Bowl, what have it be. But this kind of sucks. With that being said, as much as I'd love to pick Boise State because I
What?
love Ashton Genty,
What?
I don't think they have the offense to keep up with Penn State. I think I actually think Penn State wins by a couple touchdowns. If I'm going to be honest, they just have a better
They
overall
are really
team.
good, but I just believe in Ashton. I mean, the way they compete against Oregon, they lost Oregon by what, like a touchdown?
Yeah, but all you have to do, or they lost to Oregon by 3 points, but it was because Oregon scored 2 special teams touchdowns. So really, in a sense, they should have won that game. But Penn State has a great offense and they have a great defense, and all you have to do to beat Boise State is load the box. But I mean, everyone has and has not been able to stop Ashton Jenny in that run game. But I don't know. Big Ten taking on Mountain West. I mean, I gotta ride with the Nittany Lions.
Give me Boise. I love Ashton too much. I watched that Boise versus UNLV game, and I just fell in love with that man. So
Yeah, I did too, and I'm gonna be rooting for him hard, but for the sake of hoping to win this competition, because I think the grand prize is $1 million, I'm gonna go with Penn State. All right, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. We got Texas, who we picked, taking on Arizona State. I think Texas has one of the easiest paths to the championship game. Give me Texas. They're gonna kill Arizona State.
they are going to murder them.
Arizona State.
Now, in terms of color matchups,
Arizona State. Oh, actually, I do love Texas's burnt orange colors.
yeah. I think the yellow and the red with the orange and white is gonna be just like it's gonna be a beautiful
It is,
game.
and when I see those uniforms, I think like yes, that is the colors of Arizona. It's hot. The sunsets are beautiful. I think of the Grand Canyon. I think of the desert
Nice.
and the cacti.
I
Yeah.
agree. I think you also think of Texas too when you see those colors of Texas,
Yeah,
like cattle, longhorn,
that
walking
cattle,
around,
brisket, pulled pork,
pulled pork.
barbecue.
Manning brothers. Sorry. Yeah.
That's funny. But yeah, and then plus, I mean, Arizona State wasn't relevant until like a couple weeks ago. So,
Yeah.
give me the Longhorns. Horns up. All right, Rose Bowl. We got not Ohio State. We both picked Tennessee. That was a sweep. We got Tennessee taking on Oregon.
Oregon's gonna kill them.
Yeah,
Oregon's gonna kill them.
I think Oregon wins by a couple touchdowns. They look unstoppable. They look unstoppable. That offense is crazy.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon goes all the way.
Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me either.
Yeah.
Who we got? All-State Sugar Bowl. We got we picked Indiana. Indiana taking on the Bulldogs of Georgia. Georgia
Ooh.
may or may not be without their quarterback Carson Beck though, because he got seriously injured against Texas in the SEC championship.
That's hard, man. Because Indiana,
So I could see Indiana winning this game if Carson Beck's not playing.
but Georgia,
They just have
you also gotta look at the different conferences too. Because if
Yeah.
Indiana lost to Ohio State and also they lose to again Michigan, they beat Michigan. I'm sorry, Indiana beat Michigan, lost to Ohio State, and lost to who else again? They have 2 losses on the season, right?
Yep, that's it. Or no, they didn't. They went 11-1.
Oh, okay. So they lost to Ohio State. I'm sorry.
And Georgia 11-2. They lost to Alabama, and I don't remember who else they lost to.
You also got to look at the conferences they play in too, though.
Yeah, and plus, I mean, as an SEC team and being Georgia, they just got ballers, man, everywhere on the ball.
I would love to pick Indiana, but I think Georgia's just gonna.
Yeah, for the sake of competition, I gotta go with the Bulldogs.
You got to.
But we will be rooting hard. I already told my girlfriend. I said because she like has a love. Like I said, she has a serious love-hate relationship with Indiana. I said
Yeah.
I'm getting an Indiana national championship shirt and hat if they win the entire thing.
That's so sick, dude.
I'm getting one, and I'm getting just a big fat Kurt Signetti shirt. Like I'm gonna get a shirt with his face plastered on it, just big.
I'm gonna wear my Indiana jersey that I got.
I was gonna say you have one.
I have an Indiana jersey. Yeah.
We should. If they make it to like the semifinals and we have to repick the games, should definitely wear it for it.
100%.
All right. What the heck? Okay, there's actually like 4 more bowl games past it. That's so weird. This is okay, by the way, these were all New Year's Day. This is January 2nd. This is usually the last day of bowl season. We have the Tax Slayer Gator Bowl. Duke taking on Ole Miss. Give me Ole Miss. Duke's fraud.
Ole Miss.
Duke's
Yeah.
fraud team.
Lightning round. Lightning round. Lightning round.
The Sev Pro First Responder Bowl. We got North Texas taking on Texas State. I'm gonna go with Texas State because they
boring
have
game. Texas State.
Yeah, Texas State. They got JMU's old quarterback.
Boring game.
Duke's Mayo Bowl.
Ooh.
Minnesota taking on Virginia Tech.
You Minnesota because they were fun to watch. They have an awesome offense, awesome running back.
Yep. All those guys are back. Yep.
Minnesota for sure.
And then Buffalo taking on Liberty. Give me
no, because
Liberty the Bulls, because Liberty
they lost some people for sure.
Yes, and their quarterback's in the portal.
Yeah, quarterback dipped.
Yeah, and they play in the Conference USA, who is the worst conference in college football.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And they lost to Kennesaw State.
Yeah, I saw that, bro. It's insane.
Yeah, they lost to them in Sam Houston. In Buffalo, they play a tough brand of football. And they have two of the best defensive players in college football.
Yeah,
I just got to go with Buffalo.
Got to.
All right. We are now in the last 1, 2, 3 games of the postseason. So we have the 2 semifinal games and the national championship.
Okay.
All right. So our picks for the for the semifinal. You picked Boise State versus Georgia. So who do you have winning that game? Boise State taking on Georgia.
Oh, I want to pick Boise State, but Georgia's gonna kill them.
Dude, that would be so cool. Please give us please give us a natty between Boise State and Indiana. That would be an all-time.
That'd be the most random national championship.
Dude, I would. Oh my
it'd be
gosh.
It'd be nice to see some different teams up there though, rather than just keep seeing the same 4: Ohio State, Georgia, Alabama.
I do, man. I want to see a Boise State and Indiana national championship so bad.
I'm picking Boise State.
Santa Claus.
Please.
We are calling you.
Please.
We are calling upon you. Please give us this national championship.
He just puts one of his L's back at quarterback just to dot people up. Yeah. Give me Boise State though. I'm gonna keep riding this Boise State train.
Yeah. For me, it's Penn State taking on Georgia. Give me Georgia. SEC taking on fraud Big Ten team. James Franklin owned by top 10 teams.
Yeah.
All right, this game we both picked Texas we both picked Oregon. So Texas and Oregon. I think this could be game of the year written all over it.
That'd be a great game. Quinn Ewers, I think he's gonna have a great game with this, but I think Oregon is just gonna fly through them. I think Oregon's they're high-powered offense. They love slinging that ball. They're gonna play fast. They're gonna be physical.
Yeah.
But they're gonna be flying on that field. I don't think Texas can hold up with them.
I think they win in a shootout. I think it's gonna be so close.
Oh,
but I think it's gonna
sure.
be like a 56-52 or 56.
It's gonna be a great game.
Yeah. So, but give me the Ducks. All right, the national championship. So, if you're stuck with us this far already, it's been what, like an hour and a half, maybe.
Been a minute.
Been a bit. One of our longer episodes. Yeah, appreciate you guys if you stayed this far already. But we have
subscribe, baby.
Yeah. So you picked Boise State and Oregon. So who do you have winning this rematch of Week 3?
So
Oregon
Boise
won
State
37-34.
Boise State's licking its chops. Ashton Jenkins is like, man, we barely lost these guys the first time we played them. I smell a dub coming. I smell Dub Nation.
He's smelling something.
I'm smelling a dub come from Boise State. Give me Boise State winning it all. And then Natty Ashton Jenkins carrying the way there. Give me him.
Along with the Heisman and the national championship MVP.
He's going to have a historical run this season, I'm telling you right now.
Oh, my gosh. I hope it's either them or Indiana that wins the whole thing.
Yeah.
For me, I got Oregon.
You're so dumb.
You're
so dumb. You're so dumb for whatever you just picked right now.
Give me the Ducks.
You're dumb. You should have picked Boise
Oregon
State.
has never – now, mind you, Oregon, they may not be looked at as an underdog, as the number 1 team in the country right now, but they've never won a national championship before. Yeah. They've never won. Their last appearance in the national championship was 2014 when that Ezekiel Elliott and Cardale Jones-led Ohio State team ran right through them in the first ever year of the college football playoffs. I think in the first ever year of the 12-team playoffs, I think they return the favor and win the whole thing. I think they make it back and win. Give me the Ducks.
The Ducks.
Emmer Ducks.
Ducks. I hate that joke so much.
It just popped in my brain just now. Back from 7th grade.
I hate that you brought that back in my brain.
Emmer Ducks. Now you just got to stay in your head all day, right?
Hate that.
Oh, wait. What year? I got to pick the bull. Okay. Oh, tiebreaker. How many points will be scored in the college football national championship game? For me, For me, 60. Wait, that's like an even of a number. Give me 62. 62.
For me, I'm going to say Like total points scored?
Total points scored. So like not a score. So like let's say 30. It's like 30 to 31. That's 61 points. How many points?
If Boise State has a chance, they either have to match Oregon's scoring or stop it. I don't think they'll be able to stop it. I think they'll be able to slow it down because I think they have a better understanding because they've already played them once, right? So give me 42 total points.
42. That's pretty good. But that wraps it up. That is all the bowl games.
Wraps up this CF3 Bench to Mike Bowl Mania podcast show brought to you by Bud Light and Ohio Boom Football.
Yeah. And Buffalo Wild Wings.
Stroke, dude. Chris, like, what?
And Buffalo Wild Wings.
And Buffalo Wild Wings.
Especially the
official sponsor of
the
Chris
cheese
Cortez.
curd burger.
Dude, yes. Yes.
It's been a minute since I've had one.
Dude, we need to go to Buffalo Wild.
Mukbang?
We should live stream again. They were so cool about it too. We should do it again.
Yeah, dude, oh my gosh.
They were so cool
the
about it.
B-dubs that we ate at, they were so cool.
We should do it again.
And we had a tripod set up and ate like so many wings.
They were
we
so
over
cool.
50 wings
Yeah.
between the two of us.
Yeah, it'd be sweet. That's so cool.
Uh,
All right, guys. Well, we're tired. We have a long day ahead of us, but we also have a long break ahead of us full of content coming. Unfortunately, there's no more Bench to My Game days until January. A lot of our football games didn't really work out due to scheduling issues or the NFL changing up on us, bro.
What are you doing, NFL?
What are you doing? Ruin the Bench to My podcast.
Who knows? If we get monetized, though, and we make a lot of money within this month, help us get us there. We'll go to the national championship. That's a promise.
We'll fly out there.
If you get us paid a lot of
Start
money,
watching our videos more.
we will go to the national championship.
Yeah. No, for real. I appreciate everyone that's been supporting the channel because we are so close to making my dreams a reality of doing this content creation stuff really, really full time. I'm so blessed, and I've worked my tail off for this since 2019, really 2016, but 2019 is when I became CF3, right? So, but yeah, that's all we got for the bowl games, guys. I'm so grateful. But stay tuned for a great winter break. I mean, we have 3.5 weeks off school. Lots of content's coming through this time. I have one game over break. So our game got canceled in terms of indoor football. But stay tuned, man. It's going to be great. Going to be a blast. CF3 is going to bring you guys some content. Chris, any closing thoughts, man?
Yeah, it's been a great college football season. I'm sure we'll probably make a video about our favorite moments and our favorite stadiums like we always do. So I guess I won't give my opinion yet. But yeah, I guess we should really come to a point to where our seasons, like season 1, season 2, end at this time rather than at the end of the semester. Or at the end of the spring semester, because I don't know. Looking back, it was kind of weird that season 2 ended at the end of last spring. But we'll get there when we get out of college. But yeah, it's been a great year. We'll probably come out with a 2024 recap. But yeah, thanks for sticking with us this year. Thanks for all the newcomers too that came to watch. We had a lot of great moments and great time hanging out with you guys this year. So
it was a blast. The vlogs were phenomenal.
And shout out to the people that hung out with us and wanted to come and talk to us. And the one lady, the security guard
from
lady
Miami, Ohio.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Wow.
You're funny.
That's awesome. We love seeing you guys out in public like that.
100%. And also the Benchmark Instagram is doing great. 175 followers.
Yeah, we appreciate all the love you guys have given us on Instagram. That's great.
Go check us out. Social link in the description. Or if you're listening on Spotify, bench_2_Mike, or you can check me out at CF25cent or him at C.Cortez50. We're all trying to get our followers up, man. We're trying to make this content creation a reality, and we're trying to do this Bench to Mike stuff full time. Could be a long. We're the next Pat McAfee show. I'm telling you that right now. We're the next Pat McAfee show. But yeah, guys. Chris, close us out, man.
Whenever you're watching this and wherever you're watching it, have a great morning, noon, afternoon, and night. God bless you guys. Stay smart, stay safe. College kids, congratulations. You made it. And anybody that's graduating this winter, congratulations and good luck.
We'll catch y'all boys in the next one. Peace.